Hello and welcome back to some more Age of Mythology. I know it's been a while, it's been an unexcusable long time since we last played this, but since Immortal Pillars is dropping in a few months, I thought it would be a perfect time to actually finish off the last campaign of the original 3, which is the new Atlantis. I already did like 7 missions, yeah, exactly 7 missions of it. Today we're going to be getting started in playing this. I hope you'll stick with me for this journey. So far I'm loving the story, honestly, and I also love the Atlanteans, which I will talk about a lot. But first let's watch the prologue, then the Atlantean tutorial, and then we'll get started with Lost People. 10 years after the destruction of Atlantis, the survivors attempt to rebuild their civilization. So that's going to be the first chapter after the prologue.
Busy rebuilding, are they? How foolish to pretend they are safe. To think that closing some gates would mean the end of this. To forget that I'm still here. Well, it's their nature to be forgetful. Even their gods are absent-minded. Zeus has forgotten about everyone he has locked away in Tartarus. It is time for all of us to remind him. Go. Do as I have told you. Make way for the Titans!
What?
When commanding the Atlanteans, there are a few things to remember. First, their citizens are expensive and take a long time to train. However, they gather and build much more quickly than other villagers. Also, rather than using drop sites, they stockpile resources instantly. Atlanteans scout and gain favor using oracles. An oracle gradually loses vision while moving, but when standing still, its line of sight grows and it gains favor faster. Oracles must stand far away from each other, or else only one of them will earn favor. Atlanteans can promote any of their human units to heroes for a price. Promoting takes time, however, so carefully plan when you wish to do so. Heroes are generally superior to regular units, but they excel in particular at fighting myth units.
We cannot stay here. There are not enough trees to build shelters or light fires against this cold. Crops will not grow here, and the savages nearby are getting bolder.
The gods have abandoned us. We'd have been better off sinking with Atlantis than coming here. We must move!
What's going on here? Zeno, what have I told you about getting everyone worked up?
It's all right, Sergeant. He's right. We must move.
How, Krios? We have no ships and no one has seen a better place nearby.
The gods showed me an abandoned temple in my dreams last night. I was told it is the key to our leaving this place. We must find it.
Alright, so welcome to the Atlantean campaign. Krios was on his way to a little bit of a midnight stroll when he suddenly got attacked by some weird shit. Yes, even though I played the campaign, you know, for the first couple of chapters, I'm still gonna pretend like I have no idea what's going on. So I want to make it a little bit interesting in that regard. So Atlanteans, man, are very exciting in several ways. I mean, the fact that the way their civilization functions is literally feels like it's an entirely different game, honestly, when you're playing them. This instant drop-off of resources will essentially make the resources be gathered in a way that several other RTS games have implemented with this production simulation kind of thing. So very interesting. Also, their citizens are extremely expensive. As you can see, 85 food, 15 wood, and 2 populations. So yeah, if it doesn't, it honestly feels like an entirely different game than the previous civilizations that we have played. Which is very interesting, by the way. Okay. So why am I...
No good for shipbuilding. We're stuck here.
Watch out!
Okay, so this is one of the reasons where I started putting down walls like crazy. Because we're going to be attacked by wolves and also by savages, which will probably make it around here very soon. You just got to defend, because the situation that we had previously, where the AI would just automatically focus on our villagers regardless of what's in their path, even if they're getting absolutely destroyed, still remains. So that's why we want to be prepared in walling off our citizens. But after this is kind of a straightforward mission. Now, as for the pacing, I absolutely love the way the pacing goes in this campaign so far, in the first 7 chapters at least. Which is, what I mean by that is, it builds up the Atlantean civilization in a very well-paced way. So what I mean by that is essentially you get access to newer functionality as we go, and they won't just, you know, randomly dump all the game mechanics that the Atlanteans have to offer. So for example, we cannot turn them into heroes just yet, our units, which was mentioned in the Atlantean tutorial that we watched previously. We also don't have access to temples, for example, and that also is tied into the story that the gods have abandoned them. And once we get to the end of this chapter, you'll see what kind of gods we're going to be teaming up with. But ultimately, a very nice pacing so far. Very happy about that. As you can see, a ton of savages are coming our way. We'll deal with them very soon, but first we just gotta defend early on. That's the way it goes. As you can see, they're focusing on our villagers, which happened throughout the Fall of the Trident and the Golden Gift campaign as well. So this isn't all that surprising. I might just move them back a little bit, just so we don't lose all that many workers. Luckily, we're not losing any of them. We lost one by the sounds of the donkey. Okay. But early on, this is the only thing that we need to do is simply wall ourselves off, and then we're going to be good to go. Building up, we're also going to gain access to some special siege equipment soon, and we can start moving out after that. Okay.
Herr Joes, Yuji, Vayan, Bure, Vayan, Herr Joes.
Takes a little time to get used to the fact that you don't have to build drop-off sites, for example, and also that you just cannot spam out villagers very quickly. But this is amazing. Like I said, I love the variety that the Atlanteans have to offer. I'm also very much looking forward to what the Chinese will offer in the Immortal Pillars DLC. No, we lost another villager, damn. Okay. Probably could have spam built those walls by just putting a ton of villagers on it. Once you have like one set of walls, you're going to be in a very good position. Okay, so the story so far is this is happening 10 years after the Fall of the Trident campaign. The Golden Gift was kind of a separate storyline, all things considered. But from what I know, that's was kind of a presentational campaign back in the day, so similarly to the William Wallace campaign of Age of Empires 2, and pretty sure there's some other good examples for that. So it was just there to show you guys what the game is, show us what the game is about. Let's get some archers and deal with these units, and then we'll start building up our archers of our own. Okay. So 10 years after the Fall of the Trident, we have no idea what's going on. The only thing we know is that Krios got attacked by that weird thing. Okay, and now he has supplied us at least with a fire siphon, which is a very nice siege unit. It deals area damage against walls.
I know it can help us.
Yeah, and he has some of these weird visions, you know, like we have to get to some temple and that will help us out. Interesting. Okay, so as you can see, once you have a few archers, these are becoming progressively easier to deal with. You can just snipe through the walls. You can probably move the fire siphon there as well for some additional support, but you don't really have to do that. Okay, so let's just warm up. This is more like a warm-up mission. If you wall yourselves off, then it's definitely gonna become easier. Once we're able to actually make heroes of our units, that's when, like, I think up to chapter 6, this campaign is extremely easy, even on Titan difficulty. And then chapter 6 was kind of like a big jump, I think, in terms of difficulty, because a lot of things happen. Although, once you figure out, like, I think I replayed that mission like 3 times till I figured out what to do. After that, it becomes kind of easy to do. But that was like the first real challenge, I would say. Up until that point, this feels like an entirely like a power showcase, essentially. You just mow through everything. Okay, let's grab some upgrades. Okay, at this point we have a ton of archers, which is nice because we can just snipe across the walls, through the walls. Don't even have to worry about our melee units. It looks like the fire siphon is attacking, but the effect is for some reason not showing. Maybe it's not even attacking. Although I think that cavalry unit is taking damage from it. Interesting. Okay, these guys don't need to go out at all. I'm just repairing the wall pieces. Okay. Let's go for some more archers and then another barracks. Now barracks is also an interesting one because in the next chapter, this isn't a spoiler, this is just a little bit of a look ahead. In the next chapter we gain access to counter barracks. So the way Atlanteans work in terms of units is you have your normal units, right? Your standard melee unit, your cavalry unit, and then an archer. But you also have access to counter barracks, which contains units for countering different types of units. For example, countering cavalry or countering archers, range units, to be more precise. So it's also very interesting in my opinion. They will switch it around like that. I'm going to say very interesting a lot of times, I think, throughout this campaign, because I think it is very interesting the way the Atlanteans work. So as you can see, one set of walls is perfectly enough. Pull them off. In the meantime, we can just work on our economy and it can be good. Okay, another group of savages. Then eventually they'll just give up, plus we'll attack them in their base. Okay, let's grab some more upgrades. Oh, I wanted to play Age of Mythology for so long, I gotta say. We're focusing on other series on the channel, but I know I wanted to continue this. Okay, you can probably repair that from the inside. It makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Okay. But the workers do actually take a ton of time to build. That is for sure something to keep in mind. Let's grab the faster training upgrade. Put down another barracks, put down another house. Now they also have the economic guild building, which houses all of your economic improvements. Currently we didn't have all that much, but this is where you will have your, improved gold mining, your improved wood cutting, your improved farming, and all that sorts of stuff. Okay, let's upgrade all of our archers. That will give us a big boost. Now in the like the initial area, you'll have a ton of resources. And another fire siphon. Fantastic. So you're gonna have a ton of resources. You have nothing to worry about. By the time you run out of resources, you should have enough units to start pushing out with these. Okay. Sometimes the AI unfortunately bugs out and stops attacking the walls for some reason. I did experience some weird stuff happen, honestly, throughout this first 6 or 7 chapters that I played. Not sure that will happen again, but in certain times I felt like the enemy should have attacked us, and they didn't. So these are the upgraded archers. Very nice. And now we have enough units to start pushing out. We shall do so. Also because it just ran out of food. So will also be a good idea. Okay, we don't have anyone on gold. We have one second gold mine down there. Okay. Okay. So this resource gathering system is very interesting, like I said before, because you just gradually build up your resources without having to drop them off. The more units you have in a certain resource, the faster you will accumulate that resource. Okay, let's start heading out, shall we? So here we have the first savage camp, or bandit camp, like so. If you take care of the buildings, then they won't be able to attack us. Then you can turtle even more, if you want to. Okay, we ran out of houses to build. We can just come in here. It looks like the fire siphon's effects are bugged. I'm not sure if everything should be on the highest settings. Okay, so that does seem to be bugged, unfortunately, but there would be a big flame, raw flame coming from it. You can kind of see it, but it's supposed to be larger than this. Maybe if there's nothing in the way, then it will show us. Nope, it's kind of there, but it's not actually there. Okay. Okay, armory, more upgrades. Don't think we need any more villages at this point. So this was the first bandit camp, or savage camp, the yellow player, and we have the red player over here. And then the temple, or the sky passage as they call it, because it is going to be a sky passage. It's going to be and also a unique tech for the Atlanteans. Is to the east of our location. I'm just stationing a few units over here in case one of the attack party got through us. I don't think they did, honestly. Better to be safe, right? Okay, we have a little bit of population remaining, so I think we should burn all that on military units. Okay, and at this point, after this, they're not gonna attack us, so we can start turtling if you need to. Okay, good. I think we need food. At this point, we can move all of these units over here. Okay. These were gold miners. Good. Also, no relics in this initial map. Because we don't have any heroes. Well, we do have any heroes, my apologies. But there aren't any relics. We don't have any temples. There's actually a dog down here.
We can use it to escape this place.
Indeed. So there's the sky passage he saw in his dreams. I'm going to take it over. Now there are hill forts nearby, but that's not going to be a problem at all. Okay, might as well rally everyone over here. I just thought there was a dock over here. If you're new to the channel, I always do this thing where we try to eliminate everything on the map before completing a mission. Yep, here's the dock. That's the only reason I'm attacking this. You don't have to do anything with this because they cannot do anything with it. Okay, the fire siphon's attack sound effect is a little bit delayed.
Krios has supplied us with a fire siphon.
Okay, another fire siphon, good stuff. Okay, might as well go for it. So these deal area effect damage to walls, which is great. You can see that AoE damage comes from the fire siphon. break these walls down even further. As for hunters, just come in here and focus on the hill fort with the siphons, and also with our destroyer hero. He's actually getting low on health. Now these destroyers are going to be one of our primary units that we're going to be building because they're fantastic against buildings and kind of fantastic against everything else. And the fact that we'll be able to turn them into heroes means that they will be also good against myth units. Overall, like I said, the first 6 chapters feels like it's like a crazy show of power. If you go with certain builds, then it's going to feel like you're OP. And then chapter 6 is going to be wake up call. Okay, now I'm into garrison 5 villagers. 4 and 5, perfect. Let's bring them over. Excellent, and this will take us to our new homeland, which is occupied by some old friends, unfortunately. But I don't want to spoil the endgame cinematics, so I just move these guys over here. Okay, we almost got maxed out, which is good. Okay, this is also a tutorial for the sky passage, so you can load up units into any of these sky passages, and then you can just unload them at any location. I'm going to build the town center. So this is essentially how the sky passage is going to work from this point on. You don't actually have to finish the town center, just start building it. Okay. Alright guys, well this was the first episode. I'm not sure what the format of this series is going to be, whether it's going to be one long video or several different chapters. We'll see, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in chapter 2.